Right, so I'm here with Greg, and we're going to pull this Lancia engine apart. What I really want to do with this is check out the cylinder head, really, because we've got low compression on number 2. Okay. The engine also has low oil pressure. Certainly when we've been turning it over on the starter.
Oh, just cranking speed?
Yeah, cranking speed. Okay. We've only got sort of like 8 or 9 pounds per square inch, which is not great.
No.
So, but the readings on the head are about 13 bar, 8, 12, and then back to 13 again.
Oh, right, okay.
So you know, something's going on around here. Yeah. So I wondered if we could get the head off and pressure test it. Yeah. And see if we've got any leaks, any cracks or anything like that.
Yeah,
so
no
if we could get it down to that stage, we'll leave the bottom for now, and then concentrate on the head and see what's going on there.
Obviously the problem is in the head.
It's something there, unless we've got something like a broken piston ring or something, or a scalded bore.
Which will be revealed.
Yep, right. Okay, excellent. Right, let's get the cam cover off. Those out, yep. Okay. Now this car has done something like 250,000 kilometres.
Really?
So not 250,000 miles, but I should imagine that all of those kilometres have been pretty hard driven.
Well, for what the car is, I should imagine it has,
So I'm expecting to see some wear.
Yes. Yeah.
And rumour has it that these engines need a rebuild every sort of 50,000 miles, 80,000 kilometres or something like that.
So you can see the timing belt bit.
Yeah, okay. We got it. Okay, so these appear to be our timing marks on the 2 cam wheels.
Better find top dead centre.
Yeah. Got an idea with there.
Is it?
Down, but okay, it's going down. Yeah.
It was, yeah. So the time's vertical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do they look in line? Oops.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, that one
looks slightly out, doesn't it?
There, yeah. See, apparently when these are in the car, to do a timing belt on it is really, really tight.
Yeah.
To try and do it in the car, and a lot of times the timing is out when you. Because it's difficult to see it all. That looks like it's a tooth out.
I reckon it is.
Yeah.
That could be one of the reasons why it's down on compression, because the timing is out, so number 2, but there again it'll be out on all of them.
Yeah, it would,
yeah, so I don't think so.
No.
I think we're just going to have to investigate.
Just investigate, take the belt off, get the head off.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go, so that's the tensioner loosened. We've gone past the point of no return, but this feels pretty brittle.
Yeah.
And I reckon if we'd have tried to have run this engine on this belt, it wouldn't have lasted long.
No, I think that would have
let go.
Would have let go, yeah.
Yeah. It's worth mentioning that if you're putting an Allen key into an Allen screw and it feels just, it doesn't feel like it's biting straight away, stop and make sure that you've got the right size Allen key, because otherwise you'll chew the head up and then quite often there's no way of getting any purchase or any grip on the screw, and then you're then down to butchering things out. And gradually, as I'm undoing these, the pressure of the springs is lifting the camshaft up. So the rule of thumb, it really is, when removing items from an engine, especially sort of cylinder head and block and all that kind of stuff, you work from the outside in. So you release the pressure on the outside and work your way in. And then when you're putting it all together, you work from the inside and work your way out, pretty much. There are lots and lots of bolts that go together to pull an engine together, really, aren't there?
Yeah.
I would say that the number 1 tip when taking loads of bolts out is to make sure that you know where you've put them. because there's nothing worse than scrabbling around looking for the correct bolts. Now, one thing that I've noticed about this particular engine is that the balance shafts have been locked into position. Now, balance shafts are a way of making the engine run really smoothly. It's all about harmonics. So reducing vibration. The more the vibration is reduced, the faster the engine can turn over. And by removing this, that means that the balance shafts which run through the engine on either side here, they do sap a little bit of power, but there was enough power in this engine to make these cars world-beating rally cars. So locking them off to liberate maybe 5 brake horsepower or something like that seems to be at the detriment of the smoothness of the engine, and potentially could make it run hotter. I think I'm going to go with the Lancia plan.
Let's put them back on again.
Yeah, let's have them back on.
Standard.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
One thing to note about this is that the cam bearing caps are actually numbered in a sequence. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the end caps are marked S and A. So always, when pulling an engine apart, when you get into this sort of area, it's a good idea to take notes and maybe take a photograph of the position of everything, so that you know where everything should go. Because it's easy to do.
Because each cap is machined to fit each cap.
Yeah, that's right.
If you mix them up, then the cams will be tight. And
yeah, that's right. So basically, this is bespoke machining for this camshaft here. Okay, this is where we get to see what's going on inside. Okay, let's go on. Right, and off we come. I can see the crosshatch markings on the bores, which
not bad at all.
No. Right, so the engine doesn't look to be in too bad a state itself. Certainly the bores.
For the miles it's done, it's good.
It's remarkable condition. So perhaps with the block we may get away with just a new set of piston rings.
Yeah.
And of course
check the bearings.
Check the bearings.
Yeah.
But if you look at all the waterways here, they have nice sharp edges, which means that coolant with corrosion inhibitor has been used probably throughout the car's life, which is a really important factor in cars that use aluminium components. What we want to do now, though, is find out if there's any problem with number 2, the valves on number 2 cylinder. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. These are the inlets. Okay, that one's good as well. So basically,
same reading on all of them.
Yeah, so all the inlet valves seem to be sitting quite nicely. Let's try the exhaust and see what we get there. Okay, well, that's not too bad, is it?
Not bad.
Number 3. Yeah, it's a little bit lower.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, number 2. Oh, right, okay, there we go.
As you thought.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that is both fantastic and bad news, really. So at least we know why it was down on compression on number 2 cylinder. That's because number 2 exhaust valves are not seating correctly.